Good morning, everybody. How's it going? Welcome in. Thanks for coming along. Hey, welcome in, Model Houseman. Jimmy Sim, thanks for being here. We are going to get going into Sunken. So I did some exploring between streams, and I built some roads, and I uncovered things, as you can see from the map on the right. Our progress isn't very much forward, isn't a lot forward. I did a bunch of side missions, a couple side missions, only 4 of them, and I finished the road we were building, and I'll show you the road, and I'll show you my new bridge, which is in the thumbnail. So, percentage, let's 45, not very much. I started playing this one on my own, and then because next when we finish, we'll go to these 3, because these 3 are the ones that are super fun and confusing and whatnot. This one is it's honestly a little boring, and I've been moving through it pretty quickly. But we're at 45% on Sunken. But I have been having a lot of fun with learning the mechanics and learning the road building and learning tricks that I like, the way I like to play. I mean, obviously, you can play with all the automated stuff, and it's good. But why is the camera turning itself off? Resume. Turn yourself on. Oh, it's not registering. Hold on. This one. That one. There we go. Where am I? Okay, so let's look at the map real quick. So we left off in the middle of, and I'll just do the overview. We left off right before building this road right here. Right, and this road had it was a 2-lane road. I made it into, just smoothed it out so it's nice. I don't like having those roads that are like, you drive along and then it goes it's a shelf. Call it like a shelf or a mountain. The way the AI builds them, I don't like that. So I always kind of flatten it out. And then I filled in a couple gaps. And then I did the infrastructure route, which is a really long route. And basically the infrastructure route was from here. You see the route. It's insane. Let's look at the route. It's not showing me the route. Come on, let me click on it. Whatever. Port to the workshop. This one right here. So it's this route, and we had to make this section and this section automated. I had to fill in this section here, and then this little spot here, and then come around, because all the way through. It's a super long route. It's one of the longest routes I've ever had to make. And then, of course, I'm almost done. And then this whole section right here turned into a mud pit, and the trucks kept getting stuck, so I had to put down some sand. I didn't bother paving it because whatever. And then there's another route right here, which you didn't actually have to do anything for, from the workshop to here, right? That was the next step. And I did that because I wanted to, I'm trying to unlock the crane, the mobile crane. And I haven't gotten it yet. And I really want the mobile crane. Anyways. And then there were side quests to fix this pipe here and this pipe here, and that's where we are. And then it said, oh, by the way, you have to drive your vehicle to the top of this mountain right here. So I took a car, drove to the top of the mountain, which uncovered this area, and then I drove a bridge. Now, I'd actually already uncovered this area. As you can see, I drove around this area a lot with my scout. Because I built a bridge right here so that I could get to the northern section. And I just basically followed this road all the way around the map, just kind of exploring and, stuff. I did the side quest for the safe that's in the broken down town here. I got the steel pipes facility. It's sort of unlocked, but not really. I still have to run power to it. And I ended up going to the castle, and doing the side quest for the castle and the side quest for the mine carts. Now, the side quest for the castle is kind of funny, because let's see if I can pull it up real quick. Here. When I was doing the side quest for the castle, I'm like, oh, cool. And I got the first barrel at the castle. And I don't know if I posted this on I posted this picture on on the Discord. So I have a Roadcraft channel on my Discord. If you guys want to check it out, it's pretty fun. I've been posting screenshots of things I've built, gameplay, whatever. But right here at the castle, I was driving across the bridge thing here, this bridge thing here, and for some reason the tire like bumped this wall and then got caught on here and ran along this rail and then ended up falling down to this pit right here. And this is me at the bottom of the pit with one of the Warhammer barrels in here, so I had to recover it. Not recover it, but I had to go out here and try to flip it. It was fun. But we haven't done any of the like major quests on the top of the map. So we have to do all of those quests. So we have a bunch of objectives waiting for us. We have this side quest to the castle. I have to establish a route to the castle, which I do not want to do. Somebody suggested not doing a route to the castle and just making a freaking bridge to the castle, which sounds like a grand idea. Somebody made a bridge from like, I don't know where they made a bridge from, but a bridge to the castle, because like there's no way a actual route all the way up to the castle is gonna work. Like the route up to the castle would basically go this and then this and then all the way up to the castle. Like that would be the route to the castle. That would take forever. Somebody had the idea of, I think, going from here. I'm not sure. From here, maybe? Just straight up to the castle. Which looks like a great idea. I don't know if I can figure that out, but I will try. Even if it's like a route from like... I don't know, from here up to here, and then it turns right and comes around the corner. Like maybe that route would work. I don't know. Anyways, we have... Let's show you guys the bridge. So one of the things I'm having a lot of fun with in this game, and this is one of the reasons I like Roadcraft, is you can build roads, sure, and you can spend time building roads, and you can also spend time recycling stuff. Oh, there's an entrance to the back. That's very cool. Thank you, Jimmy Jim. So you can build roads, and you can build, and you can recycle stuff. So I've been going around and recycling a lot of stuff. For me, one of the ways that I recycle stuff, or I like to recycle stuff, is just like this whole area here. I'll show you. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Like I didn't even pave this. It's still just dirt. One of the ways you can recycle stuff that I've been using is like just like driving around here with a scout and just latching onto a barrel and dragging it over here to this facility, and then craning it into something. I've been using that blue truck. I forget what it's called. What's it called? That blue truck's called a pike. Craning it into the pike, craning the steel pipes into the pike, and then delivering them. Now, the problem is delivering them. You have to deliver them to the construction yard, right? And so, me thinking I was being smart, I initially thought, okay, straightest course is best. So we're gonna deliver to the construction yard, going this way, right? Hey, Bruce, welcome in. Hey, Herd. Thanks for being here. And Waylon, welcome in, guys. So I filled in some holes, and then I made this little shelf right here, which just seems smart, right? I made a little shelf right here so that I can come over here with the mule and do this. And go up through the little gap, and then over, and then around, and then I had to put some sand on the hill. Now, putting sand on the hill and smoothing it out is a pain in the butt. Obviously, it's not actually smooth. And then I got bored during a meeting one day, and I paved this whole area. Like, the whole thing. Yeah, I paved all the way around. Anyways, that's how I was delivering things. And then I thought to myself, okay, well, if we look at the map, how do we get from the steel pipes facility, because this is where I'm doing a lot of the recycling. How do I get from the steel pipes facility over to the construction depot? And then I realized, wait, there's a behind the steel pipes facility, there's this little area. And then so I built a really, really long bridge all the way down to here. And to get the bridge to work, I had to come out here with some sand. Right? I had to come out here with a bunch of sand, and then I tried initially to like do a 2-part bridge, but that didn't work. Because the game has a weird thing where if you do a bridge where one of the ends is in sand, and then you edit that sand in any way, it becomes like an infinite sand pit, and it just steals all your sand forever, even after you delete the bridge. So like you can see right here where I built out to have like a midpoint for my bridge. And then I realized that instead of having a midpoint, I can just go straight there. This is the maximum length bridge you can build. See that? From there to there. It's 15 tiles. It's actually the longest bridge that you can build in this game. I thought that was funny. But now I have a delivery point for delivering steel pipes. And so what I've been doing is recycling stuff, because there's so much stuff up here to recycle. Recycling stuff, selling steel pipes, and then buying regular versions of all the equipment. So as you can see, like even the crane, like I bought the real version, and they work better when you have the real version. The rusty versions are okay. The real versions are better. And then I realized one thing yesterday. Where's this? Oh, I want to leave him there. But oh, so I realized this yesterday. I'll show you guys a cool trick. So I'm up here at the other steel pipes facility, which is up here. And I brought this thing up here so that I can respawn. And the reason I brought it up to respawn is because the quest to get like this area right here, which is where you get the safe that you have to deliver to this building, it's a pain in the butt. And I kept flipping my vehicle and then having to recover it to get out of it because it was just like tipping over or whatever. And so I moved this thing here so I could recover here. Seems smart. But one thing I realized playing Incommunicado is this thing is super strong. Now, I haven't unlocked the heavy mobile crane yet. Welcome in, David. Kegarino, thanks for being here, guys. One thing I haven't unlocked the heavy mobile crane. And the heavy mobile crane is, from what I understand, is the only thing strong enough to lift these massive pipes. But I realized yesterday, late last night, playing on Incommunicado by myself, that you can actually drag these pipes with this little tank thing. And now it doesn't actually lose much speed. It's actually, this is its max speed pretty much. But you can drag these pipes with this tank thing. And it does it pretty well, even over rough ground. Right now, I'm stuck on the train tracks. There we go. So even over rough ground, this little tank thing, which I wasn't using for anything other than respawning, it can actually drag these huge pipes. And each one of these huge pipes is actually it's two pipes in the pipe facility. And so for the most part, I've just been pushing these pipes out of the way everywhere. But now I know that I can recycle them. So I can drag them over to a steel pipes facility or the steel, that was a cool sound. The steel beam facility and recycle them. Now this facility was working for a while, as you can see, but now it's not. Oh, it is. It is. I guess it is working even though it doesn't have any power. But see, even if I'm not pulling that pipe, it still moves the same speed. But this thing is super powerful and super strong. It's actually, I've seen a bunch of people online using this thing as like their scout, just because it doesn't get stuck. It's super strong. And it's also like basically double-ended. So it works the same in forward and reverse, basically. Anyways, so that's what I've been doing. I have probably, I don't even know how to tell. Can you tell somewhere like how many hours you have on an individual map? Can you tell somewhere? I don't know. Anyways, that's where we are. But what we really need to do is get on with our objectives. So the next objective is to supply route to the Castle Field map. But really, I want to do this one, because this one sounds like fun. Not really at all. Because, so where's our mule? All right. So we're going to go to the Sunken Village. So the one thing I haven't been able to figure it out, and the one thing I would love to be able to do, is like this whole trip here that I'm doing here. I wish I could automate it, right? Like, I just want to bring my steel pipes to the construction yard. Right? That's all I want to do. I want to deliver the steel pipes to the construction yard, but I wish I could just tell the AI to do it. And I haven't been able to figure out how to set up infrastructure routes of my own outside of the ones the game wants me to build for a thing, right? I haven't been able to figure that out yet. So, maybe we'll figure that out today. Yeah, so when you recycle, so if you look at the map and you go to the resources layer, you see how it's like highlighting stuff, green are trees that you can recycle, and then around, like, this is like the steel pipes facility down there. As you can see, there's all this stuff that's blue that you can recycle. So all you have to do is get this stuff over to this zone right here and drop it off. And then if you're moused over this zone, you can spawn brand new steel pipes and then deliver those steel pipes to the construction depot, which will pay you for them. And it's $2,100 per steel pipe. You can do the same thing for steel beams. Right here, this is the steel beams facility, which has tons of recycling around it. And now that I know I can use that little tank thing, I can totally, like, there's a ton of really big pipes around here. I could do the same. But the thing with the steel pipe facility is it's a longer trip to get to the construction depot. But I think once I unlock this piece right here and get a route from here to there, I can be able to get there relatively quick. Plus, you can carry more beams in a trailer than you can carry steel pipes. Steel pipes are kind of obnoxious. And then the gold stuff, like right here, you can see it, the tire right here. The tire, you can also take to the construction depot and sell that for money. So if you look over here on this map, this is on Sunken. Look at all these tires that are sitting here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like a dozen tires, maybe 18, 20 tires. And every single one of those tires can be recycled. Now, different things when you're recycling them, if you haven't played it all before, give you different points. So like all of this stuff here, you can recycle, but like this thing gives you basically the equivalent of 2 steel pipes, where this one gives you like a half of a steel pipe because it's a broken steel pipe. Or like these little fence things give you a quarter or something like that. And then you also have little barrels, these little green barrels all over the place. Those give you some stuff. There's also like these the bucket front end loader buckets. There's this red trash bin. Anyways, all of those things you can recycle in either of the steel buildings, and it will create whatever that building creates. And you can also recycle concrete. Now, I've already gotten most of the concrete. I think there's some more right here. So the concrete looks like this. And the problem is, what you have to do is you have to transport all these things to their appropriate location. So all of these blue steel things, I would have to transport across the map to the steel facility to be able to recycle them, which takes a long time. The concrete ones, you have to do the same, but the concrete is annoying because it's heavy, right? So you can't really use your mule. What I figured out, is nope. Screenshots. What I figured out is that this thing, this tank tread dump truck, works really great for storing or transporting all of the concrete blocks because it doesn't like get tippy, right? So I've been using this thing for transporting all the concrete, and I'll take a crane, load up all the concrete, it takes a little while, and then empty it. But the problem is with the concrete doesn't make very much money, but we use the concrete on all of these things for building bridges. So we're building lots of bridges, so I need lots of concrete slabs. Yada yada. Anyways, Mule T1. I got all the way over here, huh? All right. And that's how the recycling works. As you can see, I have a transport truck here and my business themed vehicles. These are all new vehicles, not the rusted ones. I made a lot of routes through this city. Building roads. It's the idea of the game. For my work, I'm in a lot of meetings, and
now all you have to do is find the admin building. At least you don't have to crack the safe yourself. Although if you could, I'd be impressed and suspicious.
And when I'm in these, sometimes I'm in these long like discussion meetings where I'm just supposed to be there to listen. And I've been building some roads while I'm listening, which helps pass the time. All right, we have to figure out how to get into here. I'm in the search area. This thing right here looks kind of like the admin building. I don't know where I'm supposed to be, so I'm just... I don't know if I'm supposed to be here in a scout or in the mule. I do have a scout somewhat nearby. Yeah, I think this big building here is the admin building. It's gotta be. It's like the whole search area is centered just on this building. I think I'm supposed to be in a scout, not a mule. See all those like, you see all these like things on the wall? Those like hooks? Those are like toe point hooks. I think they kind of introduced those in Expeditions. I haven't played Expeditions yet. I kind of want to. Especially now that I know that Expeditions is getting I've heard that Expeditions is getting DLCs. I don't know if it's true or not. What am I looking for? Like, it's cool that I'm driving through this building. You can't make this stuff up. Seriously? You can't make this stuff up. What the heck? Oh my goodness. Supposedly there's a photo mode coming. Right now all I'm doing is hiding the HUD and then doing this to take a screenshot. Which is kind of annoying, but whatever. That's how I'm taking screenshots, in case you guys are wondering. Recover the mine plans from the flooded village. This seems like the building you're supposed to be in. Does anyone see the thing I'm supposed to get? Okay. Fine. Let's get a scout. I think the closest scout is the one I don't like very much, but whatever. I think the one thing I'm missing from the one thing I think I'm really missing above for all things is the ability to upgrade the tires for certain vehicles, to be able to put in off-road tires. Like, even that little stupid minivan has better tires than this Scout. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of the vehicles, like if we go in the if we go look in the okay. If we go in the shop real quick, like some of the vehicles, like I just won't use because they're horrible. Like this thing, the semi truck, I haven't used it all because it has street tires. So you have to have perfect roads to be able to use the semi truck. I haven't even bought one yet. This cargo truck is one of the ones that uses on the missions or on the infrastructure routes. And again, it has street tires. If this thing had beefy off-road tires like this, it might be a usable vehicle, but it has street tires. Like, why would you put street tires and never not allow upgrading? And I know upgrading it's complex. It takes more stuff to do, more code to write or whatever. But I mean, you already wrote the code for Snowrunner, so why don't just use it from there? You have the idea of upgrading. All right, fine. Okay, that's not working. Let's see if we can do the Snowrunner trick. This is the old Snowrunner trick. So you park yourself behind something immovable, and then you use your winch, and it pulls against the thing that's immovable, giving you way more tension than you'd be able to get without it. I don't think I'm recovering that thing. I'm trying. I don't think I can get the camera low enough. So the one thing I don't like about that I'm missing from Snowrunner is in Snowrunner, when you're aiming the winch, right? You can toggle with I forget, I don't know what key it is on Xbox. There's a different key, but you could toggle like which. See how it says select winch point, move your mouse, but I can't move my mouse to aim at the top points because I can't go below the ground, right? I can't get those winch points. Right? So I can't do it. All right, well, the mule's going to have to stay there, and I'm going to have to try to do it with this thing. All right. I just don't like this vehicle. It's kind of a piece of crap. It gets flooded really easily. It flips over really easily. But yeah, I really wish they had done more with the customization or had other options. Like I've seen people who have this thing with like roof racks on it with like extra fuel or whatever. It looks cool. I don't know how to get that. Like how do why don't I have that? But at least give me some tires that are actual real tires and not like who goes off-roading with bald tires? No one. The other Scout, I haven't been using this one at all since I bought the Invictus, the one that looks like a Hummer. That's the only other one that I have unlocked. Just because this thing's just a piece of crap. All right, going up. And it'll eventually get up the same slopes or whatever. It just takes forever. The upgraded Defender is a beast. So is this not the upgraded one? You mean to tell me there's another one? Wait, what? Jimmy. What are you telling me? Is it just that I haven't unlocked it yet? No, I mean, you're saying there's another one that you can get at some point. Oh. What the heck? Why do I have the crappy one? So you're saying this is better than the one that I have? Oh, look, it has real tires, sort of. Well, I'll have to buy that. Get rid of the one I have. All right, because this thing is a piece of junk with the bald tires, annoying as hell. Terrain object scanner. I feel like I'm in the right area, but I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm trying to find the object. And there's my mule. I should just leave that mule there and go buy another one. Okay, there's a winch point there. I don't know what I'm looking for. Oh, well, I'm going to go ahead and get that and not stop using this one because this one's a pain in the butt. I just like refuse to use it because it's like crappy. Oh, look, a chair. Oh, is this what I'm looking for? I found it. Oh yeah, well, I mean, can you imagine if an actual like Defender was only 12 grand? I think that's how much it would cost. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna drive off the edge and try to pull the safe with us. And then we're gonna go by the other Invictus or the other Scout. Come on, fall on your tires. All right. Fine. Which one's closer? Go here. I figured out how to get the vehicles back into the garage at some point. F. And then I pick the vehicle I'm in. This thing. Retain. Confirm. Shop. Buy. Booyah. Buy. Yes. Let's see how much better this is. So, okay, this is the Armiger Thunder 4. And then, why are they not right next to each other? Deploy. Ooh, this one's faster too. It's actually extra tippy. I didn't make it very far. This game has a problem with like clicking on the right place. Has anyone ever noticed that? Like, it like, you can't just click on the thing you want to do. You have to like double click or hit enter or other things. I paved over this thing. This was a big project. I paved this whole area here. The whole area? Nice and smooth. And you said this has a snorkel too? That's cool. Come on. Come on, earn your defender name. Actually be good at off-roading. Don't tip over. I've never gone through this town before, so I'm just like winging it. Yeah, Model Houseman asked earlier about the wheel support. And no, there's no new news about the wheel support. From what I haven't heard anything. As you guys know, I have a Moza wheel, and Moza wheels support in any of this company's games has been vague or non-existent. Okay, let's get the mule. Let's recover. Can I get out of here? Oh my gosh, I can actually start the thing. Interesting. I might be able to self-recover. It's not letting me get to either of those points. Okay. I got this far and then it turned the engine off. Oh, what if I do this? I should have toggled the anchors while I was still running. Oh well, whatever. But yeah, I haven't gotten any of the later maps, so I haven't unlocked any of the other scouts. A couple of the scouts look really good, like the Tuz, I think looks pretty good with the kind of big bubbly tires. That's what I see a lot of people using. I think the mule needs bigger tires. Like it has off-road tires, but I think it needs wider tires, which would help it in some off-roading situations. You know what? I'm gonna go around. I have a much more direct path to that building if I go around. Luckily, I built a road. All of the road building I've been doing on this map is literally just to be able to recycle stuff. To make it easy to recycle concrete or beams into the right facilities. Just to, you know, progress the storyline. But it's all just to make recycling easier. And actually, most of these roads were just dirt for the longest time. Most of the week, they were just dirt. It's only yesterday that I started paving them. Now, I don't use the mouse controls for the cranes because the mouse controls are stupid annoying. That's not connecting. I use the legacy controls just because I like having complete control over craning things, not like half-ass control. No. Why is this not? This is not my day. And the worst part is that, like, flipping vehicles with a scout used to be easy because you could choose winch points appropriately. But now it's such a pain in the ass. Like picking those high up winch points, you can't get to them because of the way the camera system works. The camera winch point system. And let's go to the river base this time for fun. Something different. God, this thing's gonna take forever to get. Let's go for a drive. I spend a lot of time recovering and then driving across the map, which kind of feels like every other game that I have problems with. like Icarus, where I have to recover or respawn and drive all the way across and go all the way across the map to get back to what I was doing just because I messed one really small thing up like we just did. So part of the reason I've been spending a lot of time building routes is because I end up driving back and forth and getting stuck in mud. I have like PTSD from Snowrunner mud. It gives me like chills. You know what I'm talking about? Like some of those like snow or mud routes in Snowrunner that you had to go on over and over and over, and like the only way to get through it was to winch through it, and you're just like sitting there on like one of the snow maps, like just inching through a snowfield, and it's the only way to get through the snowfield, and it just takes forever and a day. I have serious PTSD from that. I got 100% completion on Snowrunner for the all of the base game maps, but didn't get any. I did not finish the DLC maps. Also, I did 2 or 3 of them, but I was playing that on my Xbox, which is not necessarily fun for Snowrunner. And the winch point system in Snowrunner is atrocious. There's a telephone pole in the way. Don't flip. All right, now let's get this stupid safe out of here and continue on with this dang mission, huh? Come here. from here, can I connect to it? No, I don't want to connect to my scout. I want to connect to the safe. Why are you not letting me connect to it? I don't actually think those are doing anything right now. Ooh, I got a connection. That's all I need. All I needed was that one connection. Okay. I did it. Finally. Gosh, so annoying. Neat, neat, neat. One strap. That's all you're gonna give me is one strap. That's great. Okay, where am I going with this thing? The workshop down south. Over there. Can I get through here? Probably. Famous last words. Can I sneak right through here to my nicely paved road? Nope. Not if I hit it head on, but if I go to a side, I should be able to do it. Nope. That would be a stump. Come on. Okay, never mind. Not that I was trying to do anything important. Just trying to deliver this very critical piece of information to somebody who needs it. Hey, Dale. Oh, yes. I made it. That's what I get for not like paving the entire town. I actually thought about it. And then I realized that a lot of the debris like going through the middle of town you can't clear. So paving it would be really hard. Hey Barn, welcome in. You're new here. My name's Josh, this is Gaming Joy Channel, and we are playing Roadcraft today. Like everyone else, but that's okay. Because this game is awesome. And I've been waiting a long time for this game. Ever since I heard that they were making it. I'm a huge fan of Snowrunner. I played Snowrunner quite a bit, a couple hundred hours in Snowrunner, and one of the biggest, I was dreaming in Snowrunner while playing Snowrunner, like, why can't I just have some road work equipment to fix all this stuff? Like, I would love to be able to like have a Roadcraft Snowrunner hybrid where you have all your Snowrunner missions, right? You have your normal Snowrunner missions, but you also have all of your Roadcraft road building stuff, and you can go and fix all of the really painful areas in Snowrunner that stopped you from, you know, getting through. Like all of those annoying mud pits, you could actually pave them over and make them nice and smooth, which would make your transporting way more fun. I would love that. But this game for that is essentially, this game is essentially that for me. I love the fact of that you can actually, if you want to, fix all the things. Make them whole. Reward complete. Made some money.
Great work. And good news, it was an easy safe to crack. They're already done. The mine map shows alternate passages were under construction. At least before the roof collapsed. I wonder if we could reinforce them to get you away inside. Maybe you can check it out. See if it can be done.
Maybe. Maybe. Okay, what is she saying? So what it looks like, if I'm looking at this correctly, I think what's going to happen, I don't know, I haven't watched. My guess, if I look at this, is they're going to let me use the crane to lift these huge slabs and platform this place. So be able to drive on here, drive on there. We're gonna lift these huge, lift this huge slabs and make a ramp here. We're gonna take these huge slabs and put a ramp here, put a ramp here, put a ramp here, and eventually get to this thing, whatever that is, to be able to get something. But you need a crane to do that, so we're definitely doing that. That's the wrong mine. Okay. But I think down here, I think that's what's going to happen, but I can't do that without the crane. So give me the crane already. Dang it. That's all I want. I have to reach that location, and there's another location they haven't told me about yet. That's something else. All right, well, let's go get over here. Let's go, because I'm smart and I already drove over there, because I'm amazing. We're going to take this and we're going to recover to the mountain base, which is all the way over there. Mwahaha. The game thinks I have to like drive over here and uncover it, but actually I've already uncovered the map and figured all this stuff out. Which way do I exit? The left and then take a right. Don't get stuck in the mud pit. All right, we're gonna see if Jimmy is right. If whoops, wrong way. If this thing is almost as good as the Invictus. I'm hoping with these upgraded tires that it won't get stuck as much. But I think I'm gonna have to take it slow because it's super top heavy. Oh, it gets through mud a lot better. I will give it that. The other one just spun its tires in the mud. But this thing actually gets through the mud pretty well. I stand corrected. See, I know this isn't SnowRunner 2, but the one thing the other feature I wish they brought over from SnowRunner is the winch feature. And what I mean by that is, like, in SnowRunner, I could winch to anything, right? But here I can only winch these little teeny tiny trees. I can't winch the big trees. That doesn't make sense because the big trees are a perfect winch point, right? So why does it not let me winch to all the things? I understand you have this new system for showing winch points or whatever. Can I get down this? Sure. I can totally go down here. But like the downside is that like if you get stuck, especially doing stuff like this, the ability to winch and kind of right yourself without having to respawn and go all the way to the other end of the map, cutscene, is important. Once more unto the breach. I don't know what that means. Okay. Now what? Do I get to go in the mine? What's going on here? Oh, I have to go way over there? Oh. Well. Okay. Fine. We uncovered that one. Cool. Let's go over there. Boo-doo-doo. I don't know how to get there, though. You said this thing has a snorkel, right? So that means this thing won't drown. Like that other POS. I'm still going through the high spots. Just because I know where those routes are by now. Cool. The other one would have like given me warnings every 5 seconds for drowning. Nice. I did not know you could upgrade this and buy a new one. So special thanks to Jimmy Sim for reminding me of that. Because now we have a new vehicle. All right, how do I get from here to there? This route right here past the red container. Where's the red container? I see it. I don't think this is a route. I think that was a campsite. It's a route now. As long as there's no cliff on the other side. As you can see, I did a lot of like overlanding on SnowRunner, so I'm very familiar with this tactic. And of course, there's a cliff that I have to drive around or up. I'll figure it out. Hopefully. Oh, there we go. Here's the road I should have been on if I was smart. But I made my own way, so there. Let's look at our map, make sure we're going the right way. So right now we're going to this tower, but we don't actually want to go to the tower. We want to go off the edge of the tower. How are we going to get there? We're going to go that way. Exploring on these maps, honestly, is one of my favorite parts. And I'm surprised because I think that because of the exploration, I would have really liked the Mudrunner exploration game, but I just didn't. I have it. I own it. I've just never installed it. And boop. Another cutscene. Potential mine entrance. This isn't it, Chief. Okay. Now what? Tell me what to do.
Good work, as per usual. Okay, now we need to bring some steel beams to the lava quarry. If you're going to be draining that mine and having a poke around, I don't want it caving in on you. So we'll need those steel beams to brace the walls. Someone needs to look out for you, right?
Right. Done. Recover. Here. And then how many steel beams we have? Bring steel beams. 10. We need more. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's go do some recycling. Actually, I want, you know what's, so the one thing I was looking at, I don't know if you guys know. I have a question. This thing is called the Stranic, right? I want another one. I want another Stranic. I want it painted my colors. But I looked, and right here, see that icon? I think that means you can't buy it. Right? Because it's the same icon that's on all of the Rusty vehicles. I want another one. I want another Stranic. Right? I want to buy one. But it's not even in the list. Because I don't want to have to drive it all the way to the other side of the map again. All right, well, we'll do some scout recycling, and hopefully that'll get us to 10, and we'll bring the mule over here too. Whoa. Look at these huge pipes that I'm just waiting to recycle. So I simplified things. I bound the 1 key and the 2 key to the secondary buttons on my mouse, so that I can like winch with do all the winching stuff with my mouse and not have to, so I can do 2 things at once, which I think was a smart tactic. All right, we got to recycle, get some more beams. We actually have enough beams. We have 7 beams here and 6 of them in storage. We could use the ones in storage, but there's no reason we can't recycle. Now the other scout could pull these pipes. I wonder if this one can. It's not looking good. Oh, there we go. The Invictus could pull these things. So, I don't see why this one wouldn't be able to. There's not very much, like, easily accessible stuff right now. So I just totally messed that one up. I think the Invictus is faster. Dang it. Yeah. The Invictus is definitely faster. Alright, let's go get the mule instead, because that's just taking way too long. I realize we're live streaming. And we only have 30 minutes. Let's recover this to here. Let's go over here and pick up the 8 steel beams that we have over here, and we'll get 2 from our base storage and deliver them to the mine. I mean, while the mule is a good truck, I think, I feel like the mule is, like, super underpowered. Like, knowing what this truck was based off of, like, it's super underpowered. Okay. Here. Take out all the steel beams. See, they're just easier to load. There's not so much futzing because you're afraid of it rolling off with these versus the steel pipes. Steel pipes are harder to load for sure. There we go. 2 more. With the steel beams, I just drop them in. That might cause a strapping problem. Okay. There we go. Close enough for bank work. We need 10, right? So we've got 8. We can fit 2 more in there for sure. I want that crane. It's like my only goal right now is to get that crane. Come on. Come on. You can climb the hill. It's not that bad. I wish this map would stay nice and sunny like this. Because the rain is so frequent on this map. It's so annoying. I wish it would stay nice and sunny all the time. And I've never been up that road to see what's up there on that hill. I've never even looked. I'll have to check it out when I come over here and clear everything and recycle all the things. So where are we delivering to? Objectives, this. The lava quarry. All the way over there? God damn. I have to, all the way over there? That's really far away. F. Okay. I'm still getting used to how to use your like shop storage or whatever it's called. One. Good enough. All right, this is where all of our routes come together. Where all of the paving that we've done helps us get to this location. Which is 1,300 meters away. And I don't even know, like, what... I know, like, the next couple of maps, like Deluge and Sojourn and something else. I don't even know which one to choose. I'll let you guys choose which one we play after we get these two maps done. The hope is that when we finish Sunken on stream, I will have finished Incommunicado elsewhere. Right? And so we can just go on to the next one and pick like Sojourn or whatever and just go to the next one. That would be cool. That's the goal, at least. Because there's so many more vehicles and equipment that you get on those maps. I just want to check out. All right, where's my bridge? I think it's over this way. I've heard you can even recycle these boats. But there's no way I'm going to be able to do that until I get the crane. So. All right, I think let's go to the left. The one thing I miss from Snowrunner for sure is the ability to draw your own route on the map and like leave yourself waypoints. I think there's a way to do it, but I haven't figured out how to do it yet. And I think that's a me problem, not a game problem, honestly. So where is the deep water? Because this thing does not have a snorkel. Go over here. So you're trying to navigate this little path through the... so you don't like sink or flood or whatever in the rain is super hard. All right, so from here to get to here, we go left, straightish. I mean, do we get to go in the mines? I don't know. I mean, I haven't played this, so. Which way am I going here? Straight-ish to kind of go up and over the mountain. Okay. Come on. You can do it. Oh, I can't wait for modded vehicles. Like, honestly, for a lot of this stuff, I just want, like, transmissions, tire options. I want a modded version of all the vehicles with, like, like a 100 horsepower boost, because they're all super underpowered. That would make this whole game way better. And less, like, mind-numbing. Like, these kind of things, like where I'm using the mule, which is the only crane truck to deliver across the map, would be so much better in with just a little bit more horsepower. Right here. Unstrap. Bring the steel beams. Confirm. Oh, cool. All right. Bring the steel beams. Now what? I did. I brought the steel beams. What do you want from me? Do I have to connect the power up here before I can do the steel beams down here? That's stupid. Check out the substation. Okay. I've been there a couple dozen times. Where is... You have the tank. Where's the, Oh, it's right here. Alright, well, we're on the our other scout. It's definitely handy to have more than one scout so you can leave them in different parts of the map. Because the map really wants you to complete, or the game wants you to complete stuff in a very, very specific order. And I don't like playing with order. So I will, like, cover the map and explore and find places before, like, the game even wants me to find them. Like, I already know about the substations. I already know about all this stuff because I've driven through here a couple dozen times by now. But the game wants me to do it in a certain order, which is fine. All right. There we go. I checked out the substation.
Buckle up. We're getting all sorts of errors from the main power substation.
Mm-hmm.
If that's something you can handle, Hotshot, you'll need to fix the pipes and haul some transformers around. But don't worry, I'll make sure you have the wheels for the job.
Oh, you're gonna make sure I have the wheels for the job? Where are the wheels? Are you giving me wheels? Replace pipes. I already did that. Deliver object. So I have to pick up the object from here and deliver it here. Oh, well, luckily that's at the base. So let's go do that. Mule. I'm gonna recover to the base that's 10 feet away because that's what I do. Where's the transformer? They gave me a crane truck finally. Yay! Crane truck. Woot woot. I got a crane truck. Fucking finally. What I really want, and I think this game needs, is a Zix. This is the Zix, right? The Zix version of I want a Zix version of the mule. That's what I want. They don't need to introduce a new vehicle. I'm fine with that. I want a Zix version of the mule. Whoa. This is huge. Let's get a different vehicle for fun. Just for funsies. I use the mule for everything. Let's get a different vehicle. Let's use... I have a vehicle here that I can use. This one. This cargo truck with blade. It's not really useful for anything at all. But it does seem a little bit more strong. A little bit stronger from a weight perspective than the mule. So let's use that. It looks like it has the same size bed. The one really dumb thing I don't understand is why this thing has a grader on it, but it can't do sand grading. Because this thing would be great for sand grading. It's nice and stable. But it doesn't do sand grading. I don't understand that at all. I've been waiting for this crane truck. One thing this game does really well with is having like all the special equipment or the special like mission things be really well modeled. Right? Like this thing looks pretty cool, pretty legit. It's not going to fit in the bed. Good enough for me. Famous last words. All right, there we go. And when not in low gear, this thing is actually pretty fast. Okay, so where are we going with this? We have to go from here up to here. So we have to drive through this pass. So we're gonna go left and then right. And maybe having a blade will help us. I don't know. Maybe. Definitely excited, David. I've been waiting for that crane truck. Mainly because I'm a recycling fanatic. And I want to buy like my own versions of all of the vehicles. Right? I want to have my own versions of all the vehicles. This is a great decision to take this truck. The mule would have been terrible on this route. And to do that, I'm gonna need a lot of money. And then there's a bunch of new vehicles that are getting added soon. And I want to be able to have money for those vehicles. And so I'm gonna need to recycle some stuff. And all the maps have the recycling mechanics. And I want to recycle all the things. Yeah, that's the one thing. So the one thing I want, and that the game doesn't have, I really like this paint scheme with I really like the way the special paint scheme looks. I think this was a DLC thing. It's fine. I like the way the paint scheme looks, but I wish it was like flipped, where it was black but with orange highlights instead of orange or yellow, whatever color you want to call this. It's like not orange, but not yellow. It's kind of in the middle. I wish it was with it was black, because the black version with the green and blue looks awesome. No, not going right. It looks awesome. And one of the people I've been watching a lot streaming this game has been Gaming with JJ. He's been doing a whole series, and he has a bunch of videos on it. If you want to check his channel out, please do so. He's been doing a really awesome job, specifically with this game. I've been watching a lot of his stuff for that. He does Snowrunner stuff too, but he's using that other black and green scheme. So I picked this yellow version, but I want to be able to customize this yellow version and make it. I wish I could use the same pattern, but have it be orange and black. But as with a lot of stuff in this game, the customization options, as we've been talking about today, just don't exist. So we'll either have to wait for the modding community to update that or something. And apparently this game supports mods, which Snowrunner did too, but I'm not planning on getting into that. I have enough on my plate just with farm sim modding. This truck was a great decision for this route. I would have tipped over so many times in the mule with this thing so far. Yeah, honestly, because from my perspective, I would think, talking about mods, I would think that mods, if this game was like Farm Sim, in the way of, like, that it's XML based, right? That a lot of the engine configurations for this stuff, I imagine, would just be a configuration. It's just a number somewhere. What am I doing? Is this the right way? I guess it is. There's no... Oh. There's totally a shortcut right there. I'm turning around. Oh, yeah, totally. There's so much from this game I would love to see in FS. So much. Like honestly, the way the roads look, all the rocks, the varied terrain, the challenging terrain, a lot of that stuff would be, you know, I don't think that's a shortcut. I think with the blade, I'd have a hard time using that shortcut. I'm going to go the long way for once and just to be safe, because I don't want to have to come out here and recover this thing, because then I have to drive that crane truck all the way out here to recover, which would be not fun. And not only that, like a lot of the, to me, I see the destroyed buildings on a lot of these maps, or even like the shop here, the garages, those would look really cool on Farm Sim for a different look. But like the destroyed buildings, I could see that going right into the Farm Sim construction system where you deliver steel beams and beams and wood and yada 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 to fix in concrete to fix those things up. We have all of those mechanics in Farm Sim. I think they'd be perfect in this game. And to be able to have like buildings that look like they're destroyed, and then be able, oh, like you have this dilapidated farm. Okay, here, bring a bunch of wood to this dilapidated farmhouse to rebuild it. And then suddenly it's rebuilt. But you need to start with a model that's dilapidated. But I think that the modding community in Farm Sim focuses too much on nice and beautiful and pristine looking things, and they don't focus enough on dilapidated or destroyed or rusty or damaged, right? And I think there's a big gap there where you could have like a damaged version of a building and a fixed version of a building, and use the construction system to do that. Like, could you come and onto, you know, Grandpa's farm? Like, think of it like the Grandpa's Farm series that everyone and their mother does. Everyone wants to go to Grandpa's farm, restore the farm, blah 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 blah. Right? That's like a typical storyline that a lot of content creators will use. Right? Come on. There we go. But imagine how awesome it would be if you came into a barn that maybe looked like the barn from No Man's Land, like the old Alien Gym barns, but you could use the construction system to fix it up. Like, how cool would that be, right? That's a huge thing that is a gap. It's 100% a gap that is not being fulfilled in Farm Sim. All right. So right here is where this truck fails. This spot right here. And I have an idea. I don't know if it's going to work, but I have an idea. Number one, I think we need a non-bladed version of this truck. Or even better, this truck would be awesome also as a crane truck. Put a crane on this truck with its little axis. That would be awesome. I think if we use the approach angle of the back tires versus the approach angle of the front tires, we might be able to get up this little hitch. It's going. It's going. No, no, no! I'm like right there. We made it. Good job. We made it almost all the way there. Well, now we get to check out this crane truck, I guess. Actually, let's do this. So I don't have to do that whole mountain pass in the Zix. I'm going to restore it to right here. I got plenty of fuel. Four. How do I control this thing? X. Deployed. E. Booyah. I am assuming the crane truck can reflip it. So we're going to bring this crane truck out. And I warped it over to this side of the base because this will be a faster trip than trying to navigate through that canyon. The Zix variants are one of my favorite trucks in Snowrunner for sure. The 8x8 and the steering is really good, but like this is super underpowered compared to the Snowrunner versions of this truck. Like even just the Snowrunner versions, like they had the engine perfect in Snowrunner. Why'd they mess it up? You know what I mean? Like why mess with it at all? Well, we tried. We still had to bring the crane out here anyways. And now we have the crane on the north side of the base, so we can use the steel pipes facility here. I'm like right on the edge of their approach angle limits of this vehicle. Booyah. Nice. Oh, crazy. I'm almost lifting this whole truck. Okay. If it doesn't work to lift the whole thing by itself, I might have to unload it and then reload it. Yep. That's exactly what I was planning on doing with the blade. Yeah, see here? This is one of those places where the blade's getting in the way. But because it has like the articulating axis, it helps it stop from flipping. Or tipping over or whatever. Well, crane truck worked. Totally buying a crane truck. Very next thing I do. Oh, and we're going to have to bring the crane truck here anyways, because we have to get this into the green zone. Oh, so we actually have to bring the crane truck out here anyways, so we're already halfway there. Because I don't think I can... I mean, maybe. Can I just do this? Nope. Oh, I can. Look at that. Okay, now what? What's happening?
Right. If we're going to get this drilling equipment out, we'll need a reliable form of transport. I'm thinking the railway. All you need to do is clear out the cargo that's lying around, then get the juice flowing again.
What? Oh, we have to use the railway now. Anyways, we'll do that next time. I got plenty of stuff to recycle and another map to complete. We did it! Not only that, we got the crane truck that I've been waiting for. Yes, finally. Oh, so good. Anyways, that's going to be it for me today. I'm at the my 2-hour time limit, and I'm going to go do some other stuff around the house and spend time with my family, and maybe we'll do some more Forever Skies tomorrow. We have to continue on figuring out what's going on with that game, because I have no idea what's going on with that game yet. But we'll come back next time, and we will continue on with the main objectives here for the railway station. I might do the castle thing off stream, but probably not. I'll probably just wait till next stream. We'll do this one. We'll probably do another stream on Tuesday. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for coming along. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that kind of fun stuff. And we'll catch you guys later. Bye bye. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for being here.